Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Underrated Men's Breakfast Fellowship Live. Glad you showed up. Um, welcome, Charles Faulkner. Hayes Our Lives. Thank you so much for showing up, Brother CDR Senior. Thanks for showing up. Brother Sheet, as always. Thanks for showing up. The Hayes of Our Lives. Thanks for showing up. And it's going to be men gonna come on the panel, but I'm gonna hand pick it because today I want us to be on code, and I want you to stick to the topic. No more, no less. Stick on topic. So, today we're gonna talk about different things, and the link that I put in for Dr. Ronald Neal is Black Man's Independence. I want you, if y'all could, it's about little 5 minutes. If y'all want to take a sneak in there, listen to it and come back, that'd be greatly appreciated. And also, I'm gonna stay the conversation that I was listening to my brother Go Professor. I want you to go, please subscribe and share to the brother. That'd be sub to the brother and share. That'd be greatly appreciated. Talking about us as black men, we are not lazy. So we're going to talk about those two things because there is a narrative out there that we are lazy, and that's not true. And he read the book of Frederick Douglass and the things he had to encounter, and plus the black man had to encounter. So it's very important that we have to talk about those things. Because even sometimes us as black men, sometimes we call each other lazy and stuff like that. We're not lazy. Did we get laps? Yes, but we're not lazy. We had to endure a lot, and we still here. And I will say this, and I say this even I say on the Go Professor platform little 2 hours ago. Even the black men that are on disability, you're not lazy. So this day forward, we gotta start calling each other lazy. Oh, Sweet Pea, thanks for showing up. Thank you, D Hodges. Go Professor. Stay right there, Go Professor. Stay right there. Thanks for your contribution. Stay right there because I want you to come up first. I want you to come up first, brother, because this is an extension. This is what I was talking about, y'all. This is an extension of this conversation. And then the link that I put in the chat, I want y'all to listen to it. Please, it's very important. There goes the link right there, and I just want Go Professor to come up if he can. Oh yeah, shout out to the let's see, doggone it. But also, like I said, there's a link in the chat. That Black Man Independence. That's by Doctor Ronald Neal. I want y'all to hear that. I want y'all to hear that. Very important. D Hodges, salute. That's my LDBC brother right there. Part of LDBC. That stands for Lions Den Boxing Community, also basketball community. Again, welcome, Sweet Pea. Finally see the heads of our lives. Sheed we here. CDR. Charles Faulkner. I want to thank you so much to come of another The Underrated Men's Breakfast Fellowship Live. Black women, you want to support, that is greatly appreciated. But this is men's talk. You support from the chat. If you want to engage within the conversation, give us encouragement, that'd be greatly appreciated. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let me read this. Come enjoy real conversation with the underrated one. Us as the righteous ones individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuine be there for each other. We all we got. Understand that, family. We all we got. So, I thank y'all so much for showing up. Mike 202, thanks for showing up. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Well, while I'm waiting, I'm gonna want y'all to hear me out. Especially to the black man. We see a lot of destruction. And I know there are some black men had this has disrespect. Yo. Dope. Dope. I hold that off. Bang. The one and only gold professor.
Hey, hey, I'm here, and thank you for bringing me up to the panel, brother. Thank you very much. And I say support and subscribe to Underrated Darkness. Brother definitely puts in work. Without work, there's no accomplishment.
Hmm.
So I want to
I
make the
pre-
point.
I appreciate you, but I'm glad I got you up here, and people you and like I said, if y'all have time, I want you to go before I get to go, Professor. I want you to hear the link. I want you to go to the link that I post to the panel, especially black men. It's about a little over 5 minutes. It's Doctor Ronald Neal. He talks about the Black Man Testament is black man independence. I want y'all to hear that because I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna put that this everything was going hand with me and Go Professor talking about. But I want y'all to go listen. Even black women, I want you to go listen, but especially black men. If you in the chat right now, hit the link and hear that. That's what that this is gonna be based on what I'm talking about. And also today at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna hit you with another live. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna brother Shango is gonna come to my channel, and we gonna talk about different flags of homosexuality. How is they pushing it? So everything is gonna go in here today. So I would advise y'all to take if you have the time, take advantage because there's gonna be a lot of information of this side of the space that I'm in tonight. It's going to happen today. So, but I want y'all to listen to that first, please. Black men, urge, share this, please, please do that. And this is a black woman. If you want to hear it and come back, you are welcome to. Now, get to go, Professor. Now, I want you to explain to people why when I'm talking about black man is not lazy and why that is go coexist is what I'm talking about right now and what you were saying earlier, please.
Yes, sir. So, uh, historically, um, if we're to speak historically, um, there had to be an establishment built, right? There had to be an establishment put forth for everybody to move through today. And with the establishment, the building of the establishment, there was a certain man that was doing the building. That was you, black man. Okay. Now, as the establishment continued on, the establishment refined itself, and continued to use you, black man, up to now. This is why you're subject to so many things. You know, uh, you're subject to incarceration. You're subject to the legal system when it comes to children and what a woman will, say to get you caught up. You are subject to the whims of the economics, your economic position. You're subject to uh, your entrepreneurship. Uh, you're subject to your patents being stolen because you created so many things and didn't receive any economics or any credit to what you've created, to what you've held on. You're subject to, uh, there was a time where if you were caught without permission to leave the slave owner's house, you were tortured or you were captured and sold off to someone else, or you were tortured and then sold off to someone else. Okay. There's a mindset that has been implemented, which I speak of is the uh, implied genetic imprint. It's a mindset that goes along with that. Okay. And, through history, you've had to move a certain way. You, black man, are the only one that has to move a certain way. You have to move a certain way because if you don't move right, then you're subject to more than the average person. So it speaks to why you are not in the position of being lazy. You don't have room to be lazy. To underrated darkness point, can you be lax? Yes. Are there brothers out there who just says, hey, I don't want to do nothing? Yes. But once again, um, you as a black man always have to move a certain way. Let's take that brother that don't want to do nothing. Well, why is it that he don't want to do nothing? Could it be that he's had to move so many ways to where he's tired? Now, I don't want you to take it like I'm making excuses for the brother or giving reasons. I'm just saying we don't have room to be lazy, but yet the narrative is that we're lazy. We don't want to work. We don't want to take care of our families. All we want something for nothing. But when we put forth the work, we don't get the credit. We don't get the accolades to go along with what we built or what we are building on. Anyone who comes to me talking about the black man is lazy, well, then we're going to have to address the issue. And, I'm going to definitely check you on it. So that's the reason why we aren't, we should not be viewed as lazy. We have to go out that door, survive, live, move differently than anyone else, and make it back home to do it again. I don't see where the laziness is. Now, if I'm wrong in that, then challenge me on it. I welcome you to challenge me on that so we can come to some comprehensive direction about why you perceive the black man as lazy. And there you go, underrated.
And stay right there, brother. Now let me introduce Stephanie Dawes. Thanks for coming. I want you to come back. Tom Malone, as always. Thank you so much, brother. And Tom Malone, Kenneth Nash, as always. Day one, brother. Thank you. DJ Bad News, thanks for coming. And I want to say something to Art. Art, if you can hear me, press one. I'm gonna tell you in old days, our lives. Thank you, appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I want you to share this. I want you to hit the like button and share this. As you see on the screen, I do have a cash app. It's capital JT 53000. Also, I have a PayPal account. Also, that all in caps JT Black 53. And I want to say something before I continue. I want to thank the brother Art Newstyle. He's a professor. He's a father. He been serving our community for a long time. I heard his story a few days ago on his chat that the brothers that he encountered, the basketball player, the entertainment, he actually teach these brothers. And what I get from it, he's not quitting on us. He's not quitting on our kids, and he's not quitting on us. And I want to thank you so much, brother, to keep on fighting, especially believe on a black man existence. And also, I want to thank you. Yo, let me wipe my tears, yo. Cause yo, I ain't new to this, yo. I've been in this fight for a long time for our people and especially black men. There are things has happened to me in the past that the scars gonna be within me, gonna stay for the rest of my life. And also it goes for Gold Professor too. I wanna thank y'all to accept me in your presence and keep on the fight. Even despite until right now, I mean not until right now, still right now, that we are being disrespected, getting thrown in the trash. And brothers like Gold Professor and Art New Style and others keep on fighting. You know, it brings back the times that I've been in relationships. Not a lot, but I've been in relationships. They preserved the, in the house, preserved in the household is still being disrespected. I understand the world. I go outside. I know I'm being disrespected. But I know I'm not the only one. My late father had been disrespected. Even my brother in their own way has been disrespected. The black man always have to come underneath the dirt. The black man, we always show up of us seeing conditions, and we always showed up. We fought in wars that we come back and still being disrespected. Even though you got brothers that got PhDs that are educators, they are still being disrespected. You even got black men that works at blue collar, have the old businesses, still being disrespected. You even got brothers that is on disability. It could be mental, emotionally, or physical. No matter what it is, still being disrespected. But I would tell y'all black men, I am so proud of you because I know I'm around greatness. Even though there are some black women and there are some still don't think about our existence right now. And I'm talking about some. Because there's a whole lot of black men do fight for our existence. So I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the one that constantly on the low, keep on disrespecting us. So we'll go professor read that book about Frederick Douglass and what he had seen and what he had been through. And his father was picking cotton. I'm not gonna tell you years when he born because it ain't nobody's business. Because I'm not gonna put it up like that. It reminds me of my late father picked cotton. Go professor late father picked cotton. All the black men were picking cotton, and while the black women was eating in these plantations, while the black man at times had to eat in the stairs. Sometimes he had to go outside, be away from the family, to eat in the fields. And we had to get up and keep on doing it time after time and time again. But Go Professor said, my brother said, but we lazy. How do we lazy that we built this world? How do we lazy that we built institutions so our people could get a fair shot? How do we lazy that we patent everything in this world, but we lazy. So now, is this emotional to me right now? Yes, it is. I appreciate the cash app. I mean cash. I mean I appreciate the donation. I appreciate it.
Well,
So, oh, you go ahead.
well, I want to say because you'll get somebody in here who will say, uh, women picking cotton too, and they had to watch the children too. Okay, listen. Yes, there were women in the fields. Yes. And yes, they had that child on their back while they picked that cotton.
Hmm.
Yes. And yes, they did catch the whip. Yes. And yes, they were subject to going into the slave master's house and being subjugated physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Yes. But what I read to you earlier was speaking to the ownership, the perceived ownership. The palm color, shout out to Torian Rain Reloaded. Support and subscribe to Torian Rain. He refers to the white man or white woman as palm colored. I'm gonna use the same. I'm gonna use the same. Uh, the palm colored man, as I said earlier, is viewed as the owner. He owns his woman. He owns the property. He owns it. He charged the black woman to be an owner as well, not to the degree he is on, but to the degree whereas them children better pay attention to what she's talking about. When the palm colored man told the black woman, you better not teach that boy how to read. You better not teach that boy to misbehave or not follow my direction. You better not teach that boy to love himself, learn his wealth, his worth, know his worth. know who he is. You better not teach them, or else this is going to happen. So what did they do? They took that black man, put him over the posts, tied him up to trees, hung him. This is where you get the strange fruit from. They hung him, burned him. Hey, I know I'm saying some for real stuff. I'm I know I'm saying some stuff that might pull on your heartstrings, or you may deny that hasn't happened, or you may say, well, it doesn't happen now. Well, I've said to you that the system has a way of refining itself and doing things in different ways. Hence, Kawan Bobby Charles. See, I'm hitting you with that because Kawan Bobby Charles is a reminder of Emmett Till. I'm saying to you that the owner, the perceived owner, the perceived owners, that palm colored man and that black woman are always in negotiations when it comes to you, black man. And there's a reason why the narrative is you're lazy. The palm colored man said you're lazy. Then the black woman says, "Whoa, you know, he say you lazy, I say you lazy. You're not doing enough. You're not following the instructions. You're not doing what I say you should do fast enough." That's why Maxine said what she said. I won't forgive you because you didn't follow my instructions. You know, that perceived ownership. See? And I'm saying that you, black man, black boy, uh, are in a position to where is you have no room to even be referred to as lazy. You've been subject to too many things. You're constantly subject to too many things to this day. Once again, I challenge anyone who says that the black man is lazy. I mean, I'm focused on that word. We're lazy. You know, you have to go out into this world and battle and hope that you make it back home. Let the police get behind you. How about that? Are your senses lazy? Because that implied genetic imprint tells you to, hey, look, the police are behind me. You know, my heart's pumping. Calm down, brother. Calm down. I'm saying to you, black man, there's no way you can be lazy, especially if you are one who has to take care of himself, take care of his care unit, take care of his extended family, be productive in your whole being. There's, I would say, black man, there's no one in the world like you. No one. No one can measure up to you. So when they say you are lazy, that's because they're really saying you have to be tired from all that you go through. You have to be. How can you withstand everything that you've been through, what you go through, and what you may go through in the future, still go through. How can you do that? That's what they're really saying, even though they may put a title, a tag of lazy over it. There's nothing lazy about you, black man. Okay. You, in your own existence, prove that there's nothing lazy about you. The narrative is that you're dumb, you're a rapist, you're a predator, you are everything under the sun. Well, I maintain that when people say that, it's because they really don't want to admit to what you really are, who you really represent. That's what it is. I heard your cash app, brother. You wanna?
Nah, brother Hayes, I think you're trying to send me a question, but I can't get to. But I would say this that go more on your point that let me say could I? Not well. I don't know. I mean, well, let me think. Let me think on it, brother. You say you want to plug your store because I just the first time I see. I mean, not the first time. It's the first time I see you in the chat and everything. So let me think on it and everything because there's a process. Do you know of my channel? You know what I'm saying? So and so, but let me. You just I think about. I'll think about it. But I appreciate that. But also I'm gonna send a link out in a few minutes. Um, and I just want brothers to come on. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate that. And the things that Go Professor was saying, some of it was like what he was reading this morning, and going by up that because I wasn't going to do no fellowship live for men today. I was going to wait till tomorrow. I really was, but it has to be. It has to. I said I have to do it. I had to continue this conversation to let the black man know that in your own way you are great. And I know there's going to be some black man going to disagree on it. You want to disagree, you go right ahead. But just understand this: if you follow the narrative that the black man is lazy, you need to take a good look at yourself, which side that you wants to be on, which table that you want to eat out of. Do you want to eat out of the evil's table, or you want to eat out? No, let me rewind that. Do you want to eat out of the unrighteous table, or you want to eat out of the righteous table? You have a choice. Because throughout the years, I hear other black men calling each other lazy, and I used to look at, and sometimes I used to get caught up in it, and I had to like check myself. Oh, how a black man could be lazy? We seen, we have examples throughout centuries, even falls into decades. We have examples that in our own way, black men, we have overcome. We actually have brothers has been locked up for nothing or even locked up, and we rise from that. And so we have to understand one thing that We not like the brother professor go professor. We ain't lazy. Do we get mental laughs, emotional laughs? Yes. Who don't? When you constantly get defeated as a black man. And again, let me put it a black woman. Black woman, you do go through a lot too. Yes, you do. You go through your thing. That we gotta acknowledge that. Yes. Let me put this out there. Yes, you do. But I want you to understand one thing, black woman, is this. And let me, before I continue, I forgot to say this. Anybody that is traveling to your destination or back home, let me know right now in the chat and keep us posted when you get there safely to your destination or home. Let me know right now. Let us know right now, okay? Okay, get back what I was saying. Within 5 minutes, I'm gonna send the link out, and I just want men to join the panel, but at the same time, stick to the conversation. Let you know right now, stick to the conversation. In the chat, stick to the conversation. But but get back what I'm saying that to wake up in the world, in this world, take care of your own thing. Walk to your mailbox and do whatever you can and keep on thinking the back of your mind, is this going to be the last day that I'm going to be on this earth? Picture that's in your mind. Picture, and I'm talking about me now. But I could talk on behalf of black men that's out here. Picture you do food shopping by yourself and you're waiting for the cab. Am I going to get back there? If I'm going to get there safely? Am I going to be even put my key in the door, even open it to relax? Sometimes I do food shopping, sometimes family. I sometimes I have to take at least about 2 or 3 minutes, just sit in the chair and say, wow, I got home safe. Thank you, God, to get me there safe. Or whatever endeavors that I'm doing that I get home. And then the narrative out there that we lazy. Then you get dressed and you face the world and you wonder, man, I just want to know, am I going to see another time that I'm going to do my life and pack myself, even and pack our people?
Hey, underrated.
Yes, sir.
Not to interrupt you, but perhaps perhaps people don't understand what lazy means. Maybe we have to speak on what lazy is.
Okay, establish it right now, not fall back.
Okay, because when you think of lazy, lazy implies that you aren't doing anything. It means that you are slow to do anything. You don't have the energy to do anything. You desire just not to do anything. This would be lazy. Okay. Um, there's a time up to now where we're referred to black men as animals. Um, you know, I don't recall, and you can correct me, underrated. If we're to say, if we're to say, yeah, we're animals. Yeah, 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 we're animals. Uh, show me a lazy animal. I'm saying, if we were to say, okay, yeah, we're animal, we accept that, yeah. Well, show me a lazy animal. Show me one animal that is that won't get up if it's hungry to go out and get it. Stray dogs go out to do what? Find something to eat, find a
Mm-hmm.
place to rest their head. Now, I'm not saying we're animals now. I'm saying there's a narrative that we are. There's a narrative that says we're lazy. And I'm saying, well, yeah, okay, if we're this, we're that, and other, we're predators and all the other accolades. Oh, how is it that they're not perceived as lazy? Know, let's take the sloth. The sloth is supposedly the slowest moving animal on Earth, slower than a turtle, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sloth, 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 right? Slowest moving animal on Earth. But is he lazy? He moves to different places. He still eats. He at rest, at peace where he's at. He take his time to get there. And when he get there, he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Without the work, there's no accomplishment. Is the sloth lazy? If we're if people are to refer to us as animals, like historically it's known that we're referred to as such, well, what type of animal are we? You know what I'm saying? We're called savages. Well, what kind of savage are we?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're to say lazy, a, 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 a person who's lazy doesn't do anything. But if we're savages, this is the narrative. If we're savages, then we've had to have done something to gain that title, right?
Yeah.
We've there's had there has to have been some work put in to acquire that title of savage. If we're savages, if we're predators, if we're super predators, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how can you be lazy and have those titles at the same time?
Yeah.
I'm only going by the narrative. I'm not saying we're super predators. I'm not saying we're animals. I'm just attempting to make some sense out of this. How can we be lazy and productive at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking a question. How can you be the ones who is the center of all things, the one who's put forth the work? How how can you be on a plantation and you've worked 24 hours, 24 hours, no sleep, no food, you're half naked, bloody hands, toughened hands, and be lazy at the same time?
Right.
Okay. Because I asked the question, well, I said, well, maybe some understanding of the word lazy needs to be expounded upon because, we're referred to as lazy. How can you be lazy and productive at the same time. I'm wanting to understand that. Okay. Let's say I worked 3 days and had 4 days off. Am I lazy or am I resting my body because those 3 days uh were grueling work? Am I
Hmm.
lazy because I didn't work those 4 days? I gave my body time, my mind time, my spiritual time, my emotional states time
Hmm.
to recoup to where I can go back and do another 3 days.
Right. And then let me put this out there too. What about if a brother get laid off and in him he lived with his family and stuff like that? I'm talking about his family. And he go look for a job, but he comes home while the woman's working, rightfully so, and he cleans the house and keep the household going, buy, get stuff for the food, pick up the kids, do all that, do the domestic things. Does that make him lazy?
Or is he not productive?
Yeah.
Is he according to that woman not as productive? Because we do know that a man will go to work and the woman will be at home or she may work part-time. You won't hear the man say, hey, you know what, look, you're not doing enough, you're
Hmm.
lazy,
Right.
uh you need to do more to make this relationship, this house better. You won't hear that, but you will hear a woman say, look, you need to get a job. uh you know what, you're not bringing in enough.
Hmm.
You know what, look, listen, um I need you to do more, not just around the house, but I need you to get out there and uh, see if you can bring some income in here. And then when you get home, you can do all the rest of that. Because I work hard, I work all day. I'm paying the bills. She will say that to you. Okay. When the position is the man is out there doing, taking care of his himself and his care unit. It's no conversation.
Hmm.
Oh, you want to go to school, baby? Okay, go to school. I want you to better yourself. Uh, man, you want to go to school? How you gonna pay for it? you
Hmm.
know, you don't have no job, and we got these kids, and I don't know how you gonna do it. Maybe you can get some grant or loan, or get a computer, but I don't know how you can do it. But we're
Hmm.
lazy. Right? We're lazy, right?
Hmm. And
Um,
let me say this, Mark Nash. I don't know how you say it before, but thanks for your contribution. Thank you so. Thanks for your donation. I really appreciate it. Let me bring in brother CER senior and bring him up to the mix. And I'm saying like this, men, this is your time. You want to come to the panel? Oh, I'm just saying, stick to the conversation. Stick to the conversation. In the chat, stick to the conversation. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm looking and I'm hearing. Here you go, brother CD. And the ones that I forgot, the ones that donate to me, Stephanie, thank you to donate to the Cash App, and the two brothers, thank you so much, very much appreciate it. Let me bring brother CDR in here. How you feel,
Peace to
brother? Good
yeah,
morning.
peace, brother.
I mean,
PCR.
good, good afternoon.
Good. Is afternoon?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Salute to you.
Uh,
Salute to you, Go Professor, and the number one grinder.
Oh, I forgot to say that. Hold that thought. I forgot to check this out. Welcome to my channel, the underrated doctor. You're true, the underrated one, the number one grinder. Welcome to the underrated men's breakfast fellowship live. We got the brother Go Professor and brother CER Senior and brothers. Like I said, man, this is your time. You want to come up, take advantage of it. And also, late 2 o'clock, I will be coming back. Brother Shane Go will talk about different flags of homosexuality that they actually pushing on us right now that the media do not want y'all to know. This is 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want you to come back to it. So the same ones in here, I want you to tell everybody. Matter of fact, I will post that in the chat in a few minutes. I want you to tell people about that. I want you to come back because he got vital information that we need to hear.
Peace to Shango. I'm gonna try to make that broadcast. Peace to Shango. Support, subscribe to Shango Eternal.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Go Press. All right, brother CDR. If there's anything you want to add on, please.
Um, it's funny, like whenever you look at situations like this where you say, okay, well, there'll be a movement where women will want to be say, well, treat me fairly, treat me not just fair. Let's step it forward and say, treat me the same as you. But a woman can not bring anything to a relationship but sex. And then she's supposed to be great. That's advertised, that's promoted, not just in music, but in television, and conversations that's promoted. A woman just bring sex and maybe good looks, because most of them don't look good. Even after they done, ginsu they face and body, after they done added on about more makeup and polish than an old school convertible. Um, After they
Vivica.
done added, like the like on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, they got fake hair, fake eyes, fake legs, fake breasts, fake butt, fake everything.
Yes,
You
sir.
be like, dang, I'm really with a real Barbie.
Yes, sir.
And then they say, well, you need to bring all these extra stuff. You need to be great in bed. You need to be very smart. You need to be articulate. Um you need to be clever and funny, and you need to have a bunch of money and have your own everything and be able to do everything. But then they don't want you to be able to do everything because you can't make them feel inferior. So it's like I can't just be Superman. I have to be every Marvel and DC character and none of them at the same time. But all you bring is sex, and you're usually not even good at that. It's like it makes no sense. So
How?
what you
That's
go
the
ahead.
question. How can you be lazy and productive at the same time?
And that's where it goes into, is where you have to see, is you have to it's you. The problem is you, because we as men have to understand our worth.
At the same
And
time.
if we are understanding our worth at the same time, we're going to we're not going to, one, disrespect that woman. We're not going to stand on her or beat her down. But at the same time, we're not going to allow her to do that to us. So you have to understand your worth. And if you have or feel you have no worth, then get some.
Yes, sir.
If you feel you're out of shape, exercise. If you feel you're not smart enough, read. Um, there's almost everything's audio now. You can watch it on YouTube. I
That
mean,
audio, that
so
audio.
if you can, go ahead, bro.
Get that audio book. You're right. Yes, sir.
And obviously, reading it yourself is better, but play the audio book, or either play it over YouTube or any other platform or whatever, and then just put the closed caption on. It may not always be spelled right, but it's going to have you somewhere close so you can recognize those words. So now you're more articulate because you
Yes, sir.
have a vast vocabulary you can reach from.
Yes, sir.
So you may not have all the skills, but you work the skills you have and try to incorporate little bits of more information. So once you do that, if you know that you may not run a mile a day, but you run a quarter mile every day. I run a quarter mile every day. You're not going to tell me I'm lazy, and I'm not going to deal with it. I know that I'm looking for a position every day. I'm putting in work to learn better skills every day. You can't tell me I'm lazy. I mean, you can tell me, but I ain't gonna believe you. You need more people. So with those things, if you know you're doing your best, do your best. If you're not doing your best, that's when all the BS and foolishness come in.
But you can hear me.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
But I would say this, brother CDR, black man is not lazy. Period. See this is the rim of my life that I'm putting out right now. Black man is not lazy. Period.
Point blank.
Point blank, we not lazy. So, brothers, if you keep on saying that, oh, black man, even if you think it in your head, get it out your head. Don't even manifest it. Don't even manifest it through what you say in the language right now. No, we are not lazy. Period. No, we not. We are not going to accept this. No, we not. And I urge y'all at the top of the chat, I post the link on the top of the chat that talks about that Dr. Ron O'Neill talk about the New Testament, black man's independence. I urge y'all to listen to it, especially black men, to be inspired. And what he is talking about is along with me, all of us talking about, we not lazy. So let's know we are not lazy. I don't care wherever black man is in this world, even right now, we are not lazy. Let's cut it out. No, 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 no. And also, I did post a link of that I'll be coming back of 2 o'clock on my channel, brother Shango. I just put it right there. I want y'all to check that out too. But we are not lazy. No, we not. No.
If you're a man, you're not lazy. If you're a male, you might be. Like if you're a woman, you're not lazy. Um, if you're a female, you might be. So as a woman or as a man, you're not lazy. You may lack focus. You may have a lack of understanding, but you're not lazy.
You
There's
may
no
just be
man. There's no man or woman that's lazy. Now there's males and females that are lazy, but no man or woman is lazy. Period.
Okay.
agreed. We move as black men here. We move as black women. Now, when you move as a black man and or black woman, um, I fail to see where lazy comes into play. Now, with black males and black females, that's a different element right there.
Oh, go, Professor. Hold that thought for 1 second, because I gotta read this to the chat. Mark Nash says, "Let's not use generalization." What do you mean about that? You gotta explain yourself. How do we use a generalization?
Well, it sounds to me like he's more so. It goes back to what I said. Perhaps we have to put emphasis on what lazy is, because there are many out there who will say, well, people are lazy. Well, wait a minute now. Not the black man. uh-uh. Not the black woman. Now, the black man, male and female, it's a different element.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different element. And in which I spoke to. I
Right.
said that, look, the black man is not lazy. The black man has no room to be lazy. Can he be lackadaisical? Can he be, not interested?
Well,
Can he be tired?
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, but Mark Nash, he said lazy, unwilling to work or use energy. So, I want you elaborate on that more, please, because I'm saying that you talking about we generalizationizing it, but what would you what you do? You know what you're doing right now? You are putting a label on a black man that is not true.
Ask him
Because
to come up. Ask him to come up
yeah,
if it's
yeah, no,
possible.
yeah, I'm gonna put the
Express
link
with
right
me.
now. Yeah,
Express
because
with me.
yeah, you need to express that, please. There's a
So
link right there, Mark Nash, right there. You can
we
come
can have a
up.
conversation.
We got to have a conversation because I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep on saying it. Black man is not lazy. And I'm saying it like this though too. The energy that I put out in this world, if it's not for anybody else, if they think I'm lazy, that's on them. But I'm not lazy because I didn't come from lazy. I didn't come from lazy people. I didn't come from lazy men.
Well, I told everybody where lazy is derived from. It is derived from a history of slavery. When you, black man, was out in those fields working, trying to take care of not only yourself but the family, which you had to keep in mind that can be torn apart at any time. You was out there taking that whip, subject to hours without eating, worried that you will come home, well, to your shack, and there will be no one there because they were sold off. See, this speaks to that implied genetic imprint. See, these imprints were applied, and over time it became genetic.
Mm-hmm.
You do it subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are working hours on top of hours, and somebody comes and says, "Man, you ain't did enough. You you being lazy today." See, it goes back to that question: how can you be productive and lazy at the same time? This is not a generalization.
I think
Yeah.
also it comes to what is your goal and expectation. and I might can jump up and do, you know, 100 pull-ups, and you might can do 200, and the next person can only do 10. But I can't look at the guy doing 10 and say, oh, well, he's lazy. If he's trying,
Right.
he's doing his best. That's what it is. But it's
Mhm.
about you purposely and honestly doing your best. Um, you're doing the best of your ability, the best of your knowledge. I feel that anybody, you can be productive in certain ways, but your lack of maturity makes you lazy. If you, or and I wouldn't even use the word lazy, but you're not being fulfilled. Because if I know that I can run 3 miles like it's nothing, and I only do two because the people around me can only do two, and I know I can get away with that, not to inspire them, but to, just because I can get away with it. That's the attitude. I think that's where laziness comes from, is the attitude of I can do less and get away with it.
But I would say this, CDR, and this is what I'm saying. As a black man, again, you got to be very careful. Again, I'm going to say this: black men are not lazy, and I'm going to stick to that.
Agreed.
We are not lazy. No, we not. No, no, no. So I understand what you're saying. I get it, but I'm not entertaining that because for a long time, this is what they do in slavery. If you do this much, I give you more. That person ain't doing all that. I'm not gonna give them. When you wake up in the morning, black man, you are winning. When you walk in and try to be in righteousness, and I know it's hard, you are winning. I'm not going to look at another black man and say, oh, you ain't doing enough. You ain't walking in my journey. You don't know what it is. How? Come on now. No. I'm gonna knock another black man because he don't know my journey. I don't know his journey. Despite if he do something bad or not. He at the end of the day, he is a black man just trying to be in this society just to open his eyes.
I would question who's the one saying you're lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That, that,
saying?
that, I was getting ready to say that too. You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, yeah. I want to know who to find to tell another black man that who's lazy.
I mean, at some point, someone has to tell you something. Um, so someone has to be able to say, because if you take that attitude, that I also go too far down the narrative of saying that, okay, well, can't nobody tell anybody else anything, and it's like what it is what it is. I can't sit here and say you're not doing your best if you're putting forth an effort, but I can only judge you off of you. I can only judge you off of you. I can't judge you off of somebody else, including even myself. But there's a difference in me judging you fairly and me judging you unfairly.
Well,
But I'm not judging. But see, this is the thing about it. I'm not. I don't have the right to judge another black man. I don't
Who
have the
who
right to
told you
judge
that?
anybody.
Who told you that?
Why I'm gonna judge? This is what I'm saying. Why I'm gonna judge you or what you do? If that's what you doing, that's what you doing. Cause you don't know the next person's circumstances.
Okay, so if I come to your house and steal your car, you not going to judge me?
Really,
Well,
you know exactly what I'm talking about
I
I'm
get
now.
what
Come
you're
saying
on.
saying,
that
sir.
there's
I get what you're saying, sir. But what we're speaking to is behavior, right?
Thank you.
This
Yeah.
this this is what we're talking
Mm-mm.
about, behavior. Now, if you went to Underrated's house and stole something from him, uh, Underrated would judge your behavior. I I tend to believe that. He would judge your behavior and say that you did some foul stuff, right? But I also would say, people can change their behaviors. If we're to speak on behaviors, if we're to say lazy is a behavior, right?
mhm,
Can that behavior be changed?
facts. It can be.
Okay. And underrated part is, in which I tend to agree, is that lazy has never been a behavior of ours. Never. We're subject to too many things to have that. Now, if you're one who's not doing something, and the first thing I would say is, hey, man, you need to do something. Do something, be productive, because you're in a situation where you have to move different, more different than anybody in existence, especially here in the US. You're going to have to move different. So you have to do something. But will I say that that person is lazy? No, because that's a behavior that we're not subject to. It's been placed on us. It's a narrative, but no, the black man is not lazy. And yes, you can judge the behavior of a person. That's like people who are incarcerated. They're in jail because of a behavior, not because of who they are. Now there are people who are incarcerated because they're black, especially men, and they've placed a narrative of behavior. There wasn't, this black man was selling weed. Oh, well, you know, he was lazy. He could have did something else. Nah. And you find that those black men have been in there for 50 years because he desired to take care of his family.
Well,
There are
that's
men in
that's
there
the
like
question. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
there are men in there like that. Okay. And I'm saying that, you know, the narrative has been placed on us in so many ways that we're lazy. The black man is lazy. And I maintain that, that behavior is not us. It never has been us. Do we have black men that don't want to do nothing? Yes, of course. Okay. But you, being that he recognizes what his position is, he don't have room not to do nothing. Even a black man who's a homosexual has to move different. He has to put in work. He can't. He has to put in work sexually. You know what I'm saying? How do you be productive and lazy at the same time is the question.
That's pretty much what I was going to ask next was when does a behavior become, who that person is? When do you make the distinction of this is a behavior I'm exhibiting or something I'm doing to, you know, who I am or who
Well,
I choose to be?
your behavior. Once again, there are people who've been incarcerated for some serious things, right? I'm sure you know them, and then they've gotten out, and they've made changes to their behavior, whereas they've put themselves back together. They've got a family. They have productive businesses. They've changed their behavior. Now, are we to say that because of what they did in the past is them? No, because what they made their mistakes. They did their, they was so-called savages, right? But when they pulled themselves together and had a family, had business, putting their energies towards the betterment of their fellow man and woman, well, they can we say that they changed those behaviors? Because your question is, well, when do we say that that is them? That is that person? Well, uh, you, are you familiar with Tukey Williams? A lot of people are, right?
I am.
He was a monster on the block, perceived, right? But in the end, what was he doing? Was he a monster? Or
Yeah,
was he subject to his environment
he.
and had to live? You see where I'm going with this?
The fact that you are something doesn't mean you can't change from being that.
Every day we're black men, right? We're every day we are black men. Now, your behavior will determine how people will perceive you, right?
To a certain extent, because you can behave perfectly and they still perceive you as a horrible person.
So that is the narrative, right? That is I read earlier this morning from the narrative of Frederick Douglass. And the book spoke to Frederick Douglass. Which is written by by himself, spoke to these things, the things that he's seen, the things that's happened, you know, where I spoke to that strange fruit. That strange fruit is you, black man, us. I'm just saying, because the main dialogue of this discussion is the black man lazy, right? I'm just saying that the behaviors are one thing, but who you are is another. You're a black man all day. Judgments are placed on us all day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying you judge the behavior.
Yeah,
Martin Luther
you
King said
tell a
that.
tree by the fruit it bear. But
Martin
that's what
Luther,
I'm saying is if you only produce bad fruit, then you're a bad tree.
well, are you? Because
Yes,
the seeds from that tree can drop to the ground and create new, right?
but you're still, it's like, for example, they have a thing in the law, and obviously the law is not perfect or even just, especially for the most part. But in the law, it has a term called fruit of the poisonous tree. It's
Okay.
like if you find if you have a bad search. So I do an illegal search and I find something illegal, and then, okay, now I want to arrest this person or convict them. I can't because the search in itself was illegal. The premise to go and do the search was illegal. So no matter how much dirt I find, I can't, that charge won't stick. So it's the same thing as if you start off bad and the whole premise of it is bad and you don't change that, then it's bad. Like you can't, it's like when you make a lopsided foundation, you have to tear the building down to make it right. No matter how much
So
you prop it up, it's not right. So if you want to see that you're wrong and you continue in that wrong, you're going to stay wrong.
okay, so let's go with that. uh, Let me ask you: do you think that the black man is innately bad?
Elaborate with that question.
Okay, the narrative is that the black man is are the black man is a super predator, rapist, lazy, doesn't care about his kids, he's abusive, subject to not smart,
I
not intelligent. This is all bad,
Well,
right?
I would say that a black male can be those things, just like any male can be those things. But a black man may have flaws, but usually it's not. Their focus and point is to be the best they can be.
But my question is the black man innately bad?
The black man, no, but the black male, possibly.
Okay, I'm speaking about the black man. Is the black man innately bad? Is he all of those things and more of what I just expressed? Is he
No,
that?
not the black man.
Okay. Because the narrative is that he is such. See, we make
But the
distinctions,
problem is with that narrative, they don't talk about. They look at the black male and the black man as the same.
and that's what I was saying. We we're making distinction. We're saying that the black male is subject to do that, be that way. The black man is not. Our position is that the black man, this is where we are. We're not speaking on the black male. We're speaking on the black man. The black man is this way. Because if the black man was a in functioning in the capacity of a black male, then um, we can say that those behaviors that are making that black male act that way could possibly be that is that person, because those behaviors haven't been adjusted, nor do they want to change those behaviors. They want to function in that capacity. But the black man, no.
And go more on this point too. I want to bring this up too. Wherever they talk any narrative about it, they never bring up black black males. They always say black men.
Right.
And so so this is see this is what I'm at right now. Sometimes us as black men, we want to over analyze things. Sometimes, and then we fail to understand that when we do that, we are taking on that narrative that we don't even know. Sometimes we can outsmart things that sometimes it can makes it wrong. And sometimes that's what this evil system want us to do. Instead of see for what it is, to see what's right, see what's wrong, what they really put this narrative out. And again, I'm gonna put it out there. Black men are not lazy. Now there are some black men had take on the black male's traits. Yes. Could it be changed? Yes. But today, I want to keep on the black man. Don't want to hear no blackmail. Don't want to hear that. What I want to hear, what I want to be in this conversation, a continuation of, again, what the Go Professor talking about a few hours ago. Black men are not lazy. And it should be all about encouragement. Even there are some black men feels that they are have black male traits. No, you are not lazy. You have every right for the better to change your behavior. You don't have to follow that narrative what society has put on us. No, I refuse to accept it within myself. No, I'm not going to accept this on this channel. No, I'm not. So if anybody, especially for black men, that feels in contrary that we trying to build here, and even black women too, this is your time to leave. I'm not going to accept it that the black men are lazy. I'm not going to accept that. No, I'm not. Because when we accept that, you actually let me know that I'm lazy. So that means I'm lazy, that I'm setting this up. No, I'm not going to accept that. No, hell no, I'm not going to accept that. It's all about encouragement today. It's all about lifting each other up. And at the same time, it's time to really talk about how this system of things and putting this narrative out for centuries and centuries, and like I said, even decades and decades, that the black men are lazy, and then at times we want to judge each other on that. No, no, no. It ain't happening. And also, if anybody that is traveling to safety of destination or home, let me know. Keep us posted. Let me know you safety of destination or you put your key in the door in the house. And again, like I said, at 2 o'clock, I will come back and we back at it. Me, Brother Shank gonna be on my channel. The link is in there. Y'all can go check it out. And we gonna get it on some more. Y'all go ahead, brothers.
Yeah, you know, I would say I'm in agreement with you, Underrated. But at the same time, I would say that we, because perhaps there are people who, forgive me for the noise, it's kind of loud, but
Okay.
there were people who would desire to question, challenge, not dispute, challenge what we're
Mhm.
talking about. And I would entertain that conversation, because
Mhm.
perhaps they're trying to learn something, break them lines that are in their mind that hold on to those narratives. This is it's a conversation, to help bring some understanding to why we stand on this position. We don't want to be in the position of not wanting to hear people out or hear their thought process, to where we can work through what their thought process is saying or holding on to. Now, with that being said, of course, we don't want people coming up in the chat or on the panel with uh, troll theory. You know what I mean? We don't want that.
Mhm.
Not at all. Yes, I agree with you. It is their time to leave, because we're not entertaining that. But what what I would say is that if it's about gaining some understanding, gaining some direction, then I would say yes, we have to work on those things to uh, gain an understanding. Uh, go ahead. To gain an understanding to what we're working on, to break that narrative, destroy that.
Mhm.
So that's what I would say to that. But hey, look, listen, I have to bounce out.
Well,
Uh,
can you say
I,
your last remarks, please, before I leave? Because I gotta leave myself because I gotta get back at 2 o'clock and I gotta put something in my
yes, sir.
stomach.
Yes, sir. I want to say to sir, uh, I thank you for your presence, brother. And I indeed admire your questions and your view. And this is what it takes: a dialogue, a healthy
Hmm.
dialogue on how to get to an understanding of things. Are we going to agree with everything each other says? No, but we can work to build something. You know, without work, there's no accomplishment. So underrated. I appreciate you as well, brother. Thank
As
you for
always.
on your panel.
Hmm.
You have been a staunch supporter of mine, and I will continue to work forward, push forward with how we move. So I appreciate you, brother.
I
So
appreciate you, brother. Peace to you and your family. Be safe out there, brother. Please.
yes, sir. All right, I'm out.
I'm out. Okay.
Salute to you, bro.
All right. Peace to you. All right, brother CDR. See, I almost say junior. I mean senior. Make your last remarks.
I would like to pretty much just, I mean, echo what we've been saying is to make that we have to constantly make the distinction between men and males and don't allow other people to clump those two things together and don't allow them to do that because the purpose in that is to denounce, demean, or demoralize the black man. In this case, um, and you shouldn't allow yourself to be demeaned or demoralized, especially if you're doing what you need to do. And if you don't fit the category, you shouldn't be lumped into it. So a black man and a black male is different, and we need to make sure that we're bigging up our black men and cultivating our black males to become black men. And I appreciate you allowing me on the panel. Appreciate everybody who came in, and even if they was just in the chat and you know just hit the like button. You be blessed and be safe out there. I'm gonna see if I can be back at least on my phone for your next panel.
Okay. All right. Stay right there. I want to thank y'all today. This is a very it's very important to tell, and I think that I'm going to talk more about that in the near future. You know, yes, Ricky Williams, yeah, and I would say this. Thank you, Stephanie. Dudes, thank you. And again, the ones that make a contribution, I mean, donate. Thank you so much. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say one more time. Black man, we are not lazy. Do not let this system continually put that narrative on us. No. Do not let anybody of our people put that narrative on us. Because there are quite a few of us, especially in our community, of our people. Oh, you lazy black man. Oh, you lazy in that. Just to understand, do the best you can and do whatever you can to improve. But you are not lazy black man. You come from greatness, black man. You come from black man, they for something they create things of this world that to this day we still don't get the credit for it. Be inspired, black man. Be encouraged. So if anybody come and say, "Oh, you lazy," no, I come from greatness. I'm great in my own way. If you don't want to see it, oh well. But you're great in your own way, black man, and you are not lazy. Don't let these people put that narrow on you anymore. You are special. We are special in our own way. You get up, you do the best you can, and you improve. You are winning. And remember that. You are not lazy. So, oh, and thanks for every WWN WWDUN. Oh, you came in late, but I will be back at 2 o'clock. I will be back little less than an hour from now, and I'm gonna have brother Shango come back to my channel, and he gonna break down different flags of homosexuality. Yes, different flags of homosexuality. I want y'all to come back because it's very important. Black men and black women is very important now because they pushing this. They are pushing this. Actually we seeing it within these spaces that we in right now. So I want you to come back 2 o'clock, little less than an hour from now. Kang, thanks for coming. Come back 2 o'clock. WWD Come back at 10. Come back at 2 o'clock. Less than an hour from now. Okay. I want to thank you. I love y'all. Anybody that is traveling, please, let me know your safety and destination. Put it. Let me know. In my put it on one of my lives or chat. I mean lives or video. Wherever you check, let me know that you're okay. And thank you so much. And the ones that donate to me, thank you so much, Stephanie. Um, Murd Nash, thank you so much for donating to me. Hayes Our Lives, thank you. And the Gold Professor and everybody else that show up that was engaged in the chat. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love y'all, man. On the real, love y'all, man. Black man, we not lazy, man. We not lazy at all. Don't let them push that narrative anymore. Don't even let your family members, don't even let your kids, don't let none of them put the and also on the top of the chat, I want you to go to I posted on there right now, Dr. Ron O'Neill, the New Testament for black men. Black man independence. I want you to go and hit that. Matter of fact, y'all can go to my community board on my channel. Y'all, I posted out there too. I want y'all to go listen to it. Black man, especially. Let's be inspired. Let's be inspired. So, on behalf of my channel, the underrated doctors, yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder. I will be back in about 50 more minutes, and we're gonna get it on. 2 o'clock. Be back. This one is Ghost.